guys, it's Kim, and I am back tonight with another video. I'm going to start on some Christmas cards, and I'm going to show you the Pear and Partridge Workshops on the Go card making guide from Close to My Heart. When you order this guide, you get everything that you need except for the stamps to make these cards. You get the ribbon and the gems too, but I misplaced them, so I'm going to use some different ribbon that I like anyway. So I'm going to first do the first card. You get to make, you have enough material to make 5 of each of these cards. You'll end up with 15 cards. I've already done most of them, and I've changed them up on each one a little bit. I'm going to do this one pretty much exactly, except for the gems. I might put those on at the end. I don't have them right here. And I'm using a different color ribbon here, which you may or may not like. So let's get started. They're pretty easy to make. When you get your guide, this page here, which has a horrible glare on it, I'm sorry, will show you exactly how to cut each piece of paper out. So you have 2 pieces of brown, a cranberry, a colonial white, a pear and partridge, the double-sided, you get 2 sheets of that, and it'll tell you what to cut out. So cut all that out ahead of time and separate them into piles, like card 1, all your pieces, card 2, all your pieces, and card 3, all your pieces. And it'll tell you 2A, 2B, 2C. So 2 is 1 card, all the 1s are 1 card, all the 3s are 1 card. So once you have everything cut out, then on the next page it'll tell you what to stamp and how to stamp. So with your Workshop on the Go, you get this card, the stamp set that you can only get with the Workshop on the Go. So it has Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, 3 Little Presents. That one says, wishing you, Lord, I can't read it. Wishing you harmony and love this Christmas. That's little. Yes, I need glasses. Christmas is love with all the trimmings. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. 2 little birds, 3 ornaments, a branch, a little line with a bow on it to hang your ornaments from this branch on one of the cards. So we're going to make the first card like I said, so let's get started. The first thing you're going to do is take your card, and we're going to ink around all the edges of everything if you want to. Just get that over with all at once. It makes it a little bit easier if you do that. Then you're going to, for this particular card, you're going to be using the Merry Christmas right down here at the bottom, and a stamp or a block, which I'm using one way too big, I know, but I only have to do a couple little things here, so hopefully I can do this without making a mess. I'm going to put it at the top of my block so I don't get it anywhere else on my card. And for this particular card, I liked using this block with a grid on it, because you could kind of keep your lines straight. I'll show you what I mean, because you're going to stamp all across, all over here, random but across, and this way you can keep your spacing kind of even with your grid and keep it kind of straight. Mine's not perfectly straight, but when is it, right? So I'll put that down. And the directions call to use cocoa, but I did not have cocoa, so I'm using chocolate. And what they want you to do on this first card is to second generation stamp on all over your card. And I don't know if everybody knows what that means, so I'll just show you. It just means stamp it, and then you're going to stamp it again. So this is first generation, your first stamp that's nice and bright, and then your second generation is after you've stamped it once. So stamp it off, and then I'm going to go a little bit off the page because I was right on the page on the last one. And I should have a little squishy thing under here to make it work a little better, but I don't, so I'm going to put it under there though. And if you don't remember if you stamped off, then stamp it off and check, or just stamp it off and start over. I made the mistake on one of my cards, on the very first one, I stamped first generation, so I just did that whole one, and you'll see the pictures at the end. It's darker, but I think it still looks fine. So if you do that, it's okay. It's not the end of the world, and just finish it up that way. Put that away so I don't get stuff all over me. Okay, so I've cut out the pieces ahead of time, like I said, so those two we're not doing anything with. This little square here that you cut out at 2.5 by 2.5, we're going to stamp some Christmas presents on. And I'll tell you right here, you know, repeatedly stamp image with second generation cocoa ink on card base. Stamp image 2 with cocoa ink on 1C. So that's image 2, wishing you happy holidays. So let's do that first. Wishing you happy holidays. Whoops, I just threw the present at myself. Use a little bit smaller block here. I know they say that you should use the smallest block that you can to avoid making the messes that come with using a bigger block, but this is what I have handy and it's what I'm going to use. I'm just going to try to be careful and not have any off, and that's why my hands are so messy, because I do that, I know. So the first, we're just going to stamp this at the bottom of the stamp, or the little square bottom of the stamp, right down there. And now I'm going to put this away so I don't get it all over me. Okay, and then I'll clean that off in a minute. And then we're going to do our big present in the middle. That's going to be, I think it calls for olive, but I didn't have olive, so I'm using topiary, which is a little brighter, but that's okay. So my card's a little brighter. I like bright anyway, so that's okay to use what you have. You don't have to go buy brand new stuff just to do cards, right? So that one I'm going to stamp in the middle. Okay. Then I'm going to leave that on my block, and I'm going to take my other two presents and put them on so that I get them lined up nice and straight with the one that I just stamped. And then I'll take that one off. And I'll put my green away so I don't get any more ink on me than I have. And this one we're going to use cranberry, but you can use whatever color you like. I'm going to stamp up those two presents. And theoretically it should line up just right, right? And there you go. Except for I had the stupid things backwards, so you know what? That's why there's two sides, right? So let's just fix it. Okay. So let's see here. Where did my little present go? I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back to where I made my boo-boo. And what I did was I had my stamp on backwards, so it's just stamped a blob instead of the present. So that's why there's two sides to every piece of paper, right? So I flipped it over, daubed around my edges, restamped my sentiment, and now I'm going to restamp my presents. So I'm going to do the green present first. I am making a mess tonight. So green. You know what? I want to make sure I have it on straight. Yes, I do. Okay. I don't want to make the same mistake, so I don't want to have to go cut out another piece of paper. So, the green present. And then I have these turned correctly now. Learned from that one. And I'm going to put those down. I want it straighter than that, sorry. I know my head's probably right smack dab in your face here, and I apologize. Okay. Alright, now we're going to take the green one off, because I don't need that one. I just test that and make sure it's... Okay, that's better. Now we have an actual present instead of a blob. I'm going to stamp that right there. Okay, so let me put these away. Lord knows I have enough ink all over me for tonight. Okay, so now put all those aside, and we're just going to put the card together real quick. It's pretty quick and easy from here. So what the directions show this card looking like sorry, is this one right here, which would be with this piece put kind of in the middle, and this piece going, and I have that cut a teensy bit long, don't I? And I know these are my ribbon scissors, but that's what I grabbed. Okay, so do better than I did. I got the little crooked. So it's going to look, if you do it the way the directions say, pretty much like that, with some gems over here and a ribbon over here. So you could also do, we're just going to do it that way. You'll see on the pictures of my cards at the end of the videos, each of these that I do, that I've changed it a little bit on different cards just to see what it would look like arranged a little bit differently or something like that. So anyway, sorry, glue's going everywhere too. I think it's time to wrap it up tonight after this, so it's getting late. And I always tell when it's getting late because I get silly, huh? Okay, so we're going to just kind of line that up under the Merry Christmases, and so it's nice and straight in the middle as best you can eyeball it. And then actually I'm going to put some ribbon on this first, and I'm using some of this, I guess you call it gingham ribbon, that I picked up at Joann's the other day. I'm into gingham for some reason lately. I'm not really sure why exactly, but they had it and I bought it. So anyway, we'll just do this like I did the other card and tie a little bow real quick here. I say real quick, but we'll see. That straight. Guess I could have just put some ATG gun down there, huh? Since I have it right here and I already have sticky on there anyway. Oh well. Alright, so I'm going to offset that just a little bit from the edge of that red. Put that down. Let's tie a quick little bow right here. See if I can do this without messing up here. This ribbon's kind of slick, so it's not the easiest to tie a bow in. Especially that's not the way I normally tie a bow, but I'm finding that it's working kind of good tonight. Okay, we'll put that on with some dimensionals, which is my good side. This is my bad side, so we'll put the dimensionals on that side. Kind of sad when you gotta go, which is the good side, which is the bad side? But oh well. You get to see the good, bad, and the ugly, right? Such is life. I don't have time to do 45 takes to get it right and start the card all over and yada yada yada. So, alright, I'm going to put this about there. That might not be exactly what the directions show, but I think it looks fine. Then I'll put this, I think I'll put it right there with a little glue dot. Those are so sticky. That's the idea though, right? I'm using a half a glue dot because I have big glue dots. So I'm going to put it right there at the top. And there you go. There's one card out of the Workshop on the Go Pear and Partridge from Close to My Heart. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll post some pictures of them at the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. Bye-bye.